The predator you almost never see. Before sunrise, the Amazon is already alive. Mist drifts through towering trees as insects begin their morning chorus. Macaws glide above the canopy, monkeys call across the forest, and countless animals emerge to search for food. Yet, hidden among all this movement is a predator so elusive that even experienced researchers can spend months in its habitat without seeing one. The jaguar doesn't announce its presence. It doesn't roar across the forest like a lion or sprint across open ground like a cheetah. Instead, it moves almost silently, blending into the shifting light beneath the trees. By the time its prey realizes danger is near, the hunt is usually over. As the largest wild cat in the Americas, the jaguar occupies the very top of the food chain. It has no natural predators in the wild, and its presence helps regulate entire ecosystems. Wherever healthy jaguar populations survive, scientists often find forests rich in biodiversity. But becoming the dominant predator of an entire continent required millions of years of evolution. The jaguar belongs to the Panthera family, alongside lions, tigers, leopards, and snow leopards. Fossil evidence suggests its ancestors reached the Americas hundreds of thousands of years ago, gradually adapting to an extraordinary variety of landscapes. Today, jaguars inhabit tropical rainforests, vast wetlands like the Pantanal, dry forests, and even thorny scrublands stretching from Mexico to northern Argentina. Few large predators are so adaptable. Part of that success comes from exceptional camouflage. Each jaguar's golden coat is covered with distinctive black rosettes that break up the outline of its body. In the dappled sunlight of the rainforest, these markings make the animal remarkably difficult to detect. A deer, capybara, or peccary may pass within a few meters without realizing a predator is watching. This ability to remain unseen has shaped both the jaguar's behavior and its reputation. For centuries, indigenous cultures across the Americas regarded the jaguar as a symbol of strength, courage, and the spirit of the wilderness. Today, scientists see it differently, not as a mythical guardian, but as a keystone species whose survival reflects the health of entire ecosystems. Yet, despite decades of research, the jaguar continues to guard many of its secrets. Its movements are mostly nocturnal. Its territory can cover hundreds of square kilometers, and many of the behaviors that make it such a successful hunter are only now being revealed through camera traps, satellite tracking, and years of patient field research. To understand why the jaguar has become one of nature's most effective predators, we first need to look beyond its beautiful coat and examine the remarkable body that evolution has spent millions of years perfecting. The jaguar was never built to be the fastest cat. Instead, evolution gave it something even more valuable: raw power. A fully grown male can weigh more than 100 kilograms, but its body is surprisingly compact. Thick shoulders, powerful forelimbs, and a broad chest allow it to generate tremendous force in a matter of seconds. Rather than chasing prey over long distances, the jaguar relies on short bursts of explosive strength. Its most remarkable feature is its bite. Among all big cats, the jaguar has the strongest bite relative to its size. While lions and tigers usually kill by suffocating their prey with a bite to the throat, jaguars often use a completely different strategy. They target the skull or the back of the neck, delivering a bite powerful enough to crush bone and end the struggle almost instantly. This unique technique allows the jaguar to hunt prey that many other predators avoid. Its menu includes peccaries, capybaras, deer, turtles, giant armadillos, and even caimans. Thick shells, heavy bones, and armored skin provide little protection against the crushing force of its jaws. The jaguar is also unusually comfortable in water. Unlike most cats, it swims with confidence, crossing rivers, exploring flooded forests, and hunting along riverbanks. Fish, turtles, and reptiles become part of its diet, giving it access to food sources unavailable to many other large predators. Its famous coat is more than beautiful. It is an essential hunting tool. The black rosettes covering its golden fur blend perfectly with the shifting patches of light beneath the rainforest canopy. Combined with slow, deliberate movements, this camouflage allows the jaguar to approach prey almost unnoticed. Every feature of its body serves a single purpose, getting close enough for one decisive attack. In the dense forests of the Americas, where visibility is limited and opportunities are brief, that combination of strength, camouflage, and patience has made the jaguar one of the most successful predators on Earth. But even the perfect predator cannot succeed through strength alone. Every successful hunt begins long before the attack, with careful observation, perfect timing, and the ability to disappear into the forest until the exact right moment arrives. In the rainforest, speed is rarely the key to survival. Dense vegetation limits visibility to just a few meters, making long chases almost impossible. Instead, success belongs to predators that can remain hidden, and few do it better than the jaguar. A jaguar may spend hours watching a game trail or waiting beside a riverbank. It moves slowly, carefully placing each paw to avoid making noise. Every movement is deliberate, conserving energy while bringing it closer to an unsuspecting target. When the opportunity comes, the attack is explosive. The jaguar covers the final distance in just a few powerful leaps, striking before its prey has time to react. Unlike many other big cats, it rarely pursues an animal for long. If the first attack fails, it often abandons the chase and waits for another opportunity rather than wasting valuable energy. This strategy is remarkably effective. Researchers have recorded jaguars feeding on more than 80 different species. Their prey ranges from capybaras and deer to peccaries, monkeys, turtles, fish, and birds. In wetlands such as Brazil's Pantanal, jaguars have even become skilled hunters of caimans, using their powerful jaws to pierce the reptile's skull. Water is not a barrier. It is another hunting ground. Jaguars frequently swim across rivers, patrol flooded forests, and search for prey along the water's edge. This ability allows them to exploit habitats that many large cats avoid, making them one of the most versatile predators in the world. Yet despite their strength, jaguars are surprisingly efficient hunters. They do not attack every animal they encounter. Instead, they constantly assess the environment, choosing moments when the chances of success are highest. This patience reduces wasted energy and lowers the risk of injury, an important advantage for an animal that hunts alone. Every successful ambush is the result of experience, timing, and careful decision-making. In the jaguar's world, survival doesn't belong to the fastest or the strongest alone. It belongs to the predator that knows exactly when to strike. But life in the rainforest is about more than hunting. Beyond the pursuit of prey lies another challenge: finding territory, raising cubs, and passing on the skills needed for the next generation to survive. Despite its fearsome reputation, the jaguar spends most of its life alone. Each adult occupies a territory that provides enough food, water, and shelter to survive. Males usually control much larger ranges than females, and neighboring jaguars avoid one another whenever possible. Rather than fighting, they communicate through scent markings, scratches on trees, and other subtle signals that define territorial boundaries. This behavior helps prevent dangerous conflicts. An injured predator may struggle to hunt, so avoiding unnecessary fights greatly increases the chances of survival. Only during the breeding season do males and females come together, and even then, their time together is brief. After mating, the female raises the cubs on her own. She gives birth in a well-hidden den where the young remain protected during their first weeks of life. Blind and completely dependent, the cubs rely entirely on their mother for warmth, food, and protection. As they grow, their education begins. The mother gradually introduces them to the outside world, teaching them how to move quietly through the forest, recognize potential prey, and avoid danger. At first, the cubs simply observe. Later, they begin following her on hunts, learning skills that instinct alone cannot provide. This learning period can last nearly 2 years. Only when the young jaguars are capable of hunting independently do they leave their mother's territory to establish one of their own. Many will not survive this difficult stage, making early experience one of the most important factors in a jaguar's life. Although they are solitary animals, jaguars play a vital role in maintaining healthy ecosystems. By controlling populations of herbivores and other prey species, they help preserve the natural balance of the forests and wetlands they inhabit. Their survival is closely connected to the survival of countless other species. Yet today, even this highly adaptable predator faces a challenge unlike any it has encountered before. Not from another animal, but from the rapid transformation of the landscapes it has ruled for thousands of years. For hundreds of thousands of years, the jaguar has survived ice ages, floods, droughts, and dramatic environmental change. It adapted to shifting landscapes long before humans arrived in the Americas. Today, however, it faces its greatest challenge. Across Latin America, forests are disappearing. Roads, farms, and expanding cities divide once continuous wilderness into isolated fragments. A jaguar that once roamed freely may now encounter fences, highways, and settlements instead of untouched rainforest. For an apex predator, space is essential. A single adult may require hundreds of square kilometers to hunt and reproduce. When habitats become fragmented, jaguars become isolated from one another. Smaller populations lose genetic diversity, making them more vulnerable to disease and environmental change. Conflict with humans creates another growing threat. As natural prey becomes scarce, some jaguars occasionally attack livestock. These encounters often lead to retaliation, despite the animal simply following instincts that have guided it for thousands of years. Yet there is reason for optimism. Across the Americas, scientists, indigenous communities, conservation groups, and governments are working together to protect the jaguar. Camera traps reveal where individuals still survive. GPS collars help researchers understand migration routes. Wildlife corridors reconnect fragmented forests, allowing jaguars to move safely between protected habitats. Protecting the jaguar means protecting far more than a single species. As the top predator, it helps regulate prey populations, maintaining the delicate balance that keeps tropical forests healthy. Where jaguars thrive, countless other plants and animals benefit as well. In many ways, the jaguar is a living measure of an ecosystem's health. As night falls over the Amazon, the forest grows quiet once again. Somewhere beneath the canopy, hidden among shadows and filtered moonlight, a jaguar begins its silent patrol. Most people will never see it, but its presence shapes the forest every single day. Its story is not only about strength or survival, it is a reminder that even the most powerful predator depends on a healthy wilderness. If the forests endure, the jaguar will continue to walk these ancient landscapes as it has for millennia, silent, unseen, and essential. The true king of the American rainforest has never needed an audience. It only needs a forest to call home.